Alrighty, hello everybody. Hello and welcome. What is up everyone? Phil here, live on the stream. Today is Wednesday, January 9th, 2019, and I welcome you all to my stream. Hello. Hopefully you're all doing well. Another full day of streaming today. Should be a good one. Continuing on with the GTA 3 chaos that we had yesterday. You know, only the second time I've ever played this game. And honestly, I'm not remembering much of it. Like, really, I'm not, like, I have very little. Maybe a little bit about the characters. But as it's coming down to the missions and the gameplay itself, I'm honestly not really remembering that much from my first run, you know, 6.5 years ago. So, for me, it almost feels like I'm playing this game for the first time again. And, you know, it's been hit or miss playing the HD version of the game. I would say some missions I pretty much, you know, was able to beat quickly. Like, there's this mission where you gotta destroy the 3 vans or whatever. And even though it seems like it's pretty tough, because I've played Grand Theft Auto games recently. Last year I played both Vice City and San Andreas. I pretty much kind of understood what to do without failing. I had to be very careful and follow these vans around and shoot them when I could, and then if not, you know, try to run them into the ground or whatever. I remember one of them flipped and the dude got out and it blew up and killed him. It was pretty funny. So, you know, it's a kind of hit or miss, because then you got a mission like the bank heist mission where, boy, did I flub that. It was a good half hour I was trying to do that mission and it kept fail. And I think that's pretty much how this playthrough is going to go. You know, a lot of people have said this game is pretty much the hardest, you know, GTA game of the open world sandbox variety there is, because it was the first one, and it was the one that has very outdated controls, you know, and also very just really challenging, you know, with what they expect you to do, with the police after you and everything. So that being said, it was good. It was a good 4-hour session yesterday. I'm looking forward to a lot more today. And I hope you are too. Hope you're excited to see how it goes today. 4+ hours of GTA 3 HD. Later tonight, I'm going to be doing a more chill stream, Final Fantasy IV, for about 2 hours, maybe a little longer. It depends on how things go tonight. I'm already about 16 hours into Final Fantasy IV, and we're in the midst of some pretty good parts. In fact, what we're about to do tonight is some optional content that's actually quite fun and quite interesting. Okay, so I'm very excited tonight to be checking out the Land of Summon Monsters, which they call something completely different in this version of the game, this remade version of the game. So that'll be tonight, at least 2 hours, if not longer. And probably, I would say, another 2-3 sessions of Final Fantasy IV, and we're going to wrap up the main game. But I don't know what post-game content has been added to it, so I guess we're going to see together. So yeah, that's tonight. A more chill nighttime stream, okay? Okay. Tomorrow is supposed to be my day off for the week. Now, just to emphasize, guys, I say supposed to be because I don't know if it's going to be. It actually depends on how Kat's feeling. Right now, she's been recuperating from a bad cold for a few days, and she's supposed to go back to work today. And I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping she's good enough to go back to work. I just gave her some medicine and stuff this morning. Seems like actually most of her cold symptoms, the ones that were bothering her so badly, are actually not as bad. But she's kind of achy all over. You know what I mean? So honestly, the schedule will be dependent on how she's doing. If she's all right and she's good to go out tomorrow, then tomorrow will be my day off where I go run errands and we do stuff together, you know, and the like. But if she's not up to it, if she ends up feeling kind of sick tomorrow and doesn't want to go out, then tomorrow I am going to still be streaming. All right. In which case, tomorrow will be more Grand Theft Auto and then the return of Blackout to my late night stream. Okay. But if that doesn't happen, then it'll be Friday. Okay, so tomorrow may or may not be a streaming day. It depends on how Kat feels, and we'll go from there. If she feels good, we're going out, and then Friday will be, you know, Grand Theft Auto 3 and Blackout, If not, then we'll flip that. Okay? So there you go. Now, some people have been asking, well, what else can we expect this coming week? Well, on Saturday, I'm going to probably do a major stream of Final Fantasy IV paired with Minecraft, okay? Sunday, I'll either do GTA or maybe I'll do a session of Black Ops 4 multiplayer because I've been doing that on and off now. People seem to have been enjoying when I am playing the Black Ops 4 multiplayer. So we'll see. And then Sunday night will not be a stream because Sunday night I've got a lot of stuff to do yet again. The one day a week that I get a chance to do anything, right? So I'll be doing a lot of stuff that Sunday night, including working on my year-end stuff, finally. I know, people have been saying, when are the Game of the Year awards? When are you doing the Disappointing Games Countdown? Well, finally this Sunday night, I'm hoping to sit down and have the time to work on this, to get the video files together that I need, and to be able to basically compile all the ingredients that I need to do a stream this week. That will be those two things, okay? So, depending on how Sunday night goes, will determine when this coming week I'll be doing that. What I'm planning on doing is a major stream where, you know, the stream will be the most disappointing games countdown and then the Game of the Year awards, okay? And it's just going to be like a stream style, one video. So what I mean by that is, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's the most disappointing games countdown. You know, this year we had a bunch of games that didn't live up to expectations, blah, 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 do like an intro. And then I just start playing video clips, and I talk over the video clips with my reasoning of why each game was disappointing, okay? And it'll be a live thing where you guys can talk and interact with me rather than it just being an offline video. If people cheer or whatever, I will give them shout-outs during the stream. So it's going to be basically interactive where people will be able to immediately react to the stuff that I'm saying about the games. Very different from my old content where it used to be, oh, Phil just does an offline video that we watch together. Instead, it's going to be an interactive live stream of these things, okay? So, it'll be interesting. First time I'm ever doing it this way, but I'm going to take Sunday night to take the time to put all that stuff together, all right? So then, when will that be? Well, that's probably either going to be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, depending on how stuff goes, and how much I'm able to put together if I'm able to get it going, all right? Also, this coming week, The Walking Dead final season episode 3 is actually releasing. So, yes, I will be covering that, okay? I will be covering that. Plus, you know, I'll be doing all the other ongoing stuff. Grand Theft Auto 3, Final Fantasy IV, Minecraft, Black Ops 4 Blackout, probably some Black Ops 4 multiplayer, etc. will all continue to be played this week. So it's a good variety of stuff coming up, all right? Now, one question that people have asked me is, they said, Phil, are you going to play either Ace Combat 7 or the new No More Heroes game? Will you be playing either of those games? To which my honest response is, I don't know. What I want to do is I want to see how this week goes. If this week goes good and I end up getting pretty far and everything and I finish stuff up, then yeah, I will play one of those games. But if we reach, you know, next Friday and I'm still in the midst of all the same playthroughs, I really haven't finished anything up, I don't want to take on another game because in just 1 week's time after that, we've got Resident Evil 2, and then we got Kingdom Hearts 3 right after that, okay? So that would be pretty counterproductive to take on another new game when I'm in the midst of 100 other playthroughs, right? So we'll see. Also keep in mind, guys, this month is Ask the King. My Q&A show is returning, and we're going to have a special retrospective event where I kind of go back and look at my past 10 years of some of your favorite moments of those 10 years and react to them, all right? So there's a lot coming up this month, and that's why, again, I don't want to commit to saying, oh, we're just going to throw in another random game here that really there isn't much demand for, when I'd rather see how stuff's going with all the other ongoing stuff that I'm doing, all right? Speaking of the retrospective games event, I need a lot more input from the patrons. So if you're a patron of mine, I really need your input, because right now only 2 people have posted up with their recommendations, and I'm like, damn, you know, the last time I did this event, which was the summer when people were submitting their stuff, and then I did it in September, I had, I'm not even kidding, like 4 or 5 pages of the forums of suggestions, hundreds of things to go through. And so because of that, it made the event really good. It made the event very exciting. I had so much to reference and go through during the playthrough, through the event, excuse me, that actually I didn't even get to half the stuff. And then people ask me, do it again. Please do this event again. I said, okay, but no one's really recommended anything. So, I mean, I could just go back to the old thread and pull up the stuff that I didn't do. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I need more suggestions. So if you're a patron of mine, and I mean, there's a lot of people who are patrons of mine, please start suggesting stuff. Okay? You know, the sooner the better. So I can start reviewing and stuff. You know what I mean? So, we shall see. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully the event ends up being good. If not, it's probably going to be the last time I do anything like that, I guess, then. Right? Alright, so that's the month. You know, the month's going to be packed. We're going to have Grand Theft Auto, Final Fantasy, Black Ops 4, Minecraft, Resident Evil 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, Ask the King, the retrospective event, and maybe even another playthrough depending on if there's time. So, pretty busy month, alright? Okay. Outside of all that, guys, as I've been saying, I don't want to do a big plug segment today. As you guys can see, we have a leaderboard at the top of the screen, including a tips goal for the day. I'm going to be very upfront and honest with all of you. As of this morning, I had almost no money in my bank account, and I took all the tips you guys have given me over the past, like, week and put them into the bank account. And that helps, but I still got 6 days to go before I get paid from Twitch, and I'm very nervous. So, really, honestly, the best way that you can contribute, whether it's cheering, subbing, tipping, pledging to my Patreon, is all appreciated, and I will give you a shout-out if you do cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, as usual. You guys know how it goes. I'm not going to go to massive detail about it, but I really need your help right now. If you could tip me, it helps more than anything else, because it's going to help me get through this time, pay these bills. I'm very nervous about later this month, because later this month I have to pay my yearly state taxes, and I'm okay with that, but it's going to basically, once I get paid by things like Twitch and YouTube, it's going to empty that bank account out, and I'm incredibly nervous about how I'm going to be paying stuff. It sucks because I know come February, I've got a big, you know, boon coming from when Emerald 7 gifted all those subs to us in December, but I have to get to that point, okay? And the fact that I was sick in December, I'm still sick, and I missed out on so much work and everything has really taken its toll now at this point. So, if you want to help out, the best way you can help out is to tip me today. There's 2 ways you can tip me. Below the stream, there's a button that says Tips Jar. If you don't see that button, you can go ahead and type !tip into the stream chat, and that'll bring up the link. When you tip me, I get those funds right away, and all of those funds are going straight to bills, because there's nowhere else for me to pay them at this point, okay? So please, consider tipping, okay? If you have any option or control over how you're going to contribute today, tipping helps me the most by far. So please, you know, if you can help, please do. I appreciate it very much, all right? And that's all I'm going to say about that, because people have been complaining that I talk too much about it, and, you know, I don't want to talk about it, but I'm only appealing to you because it's serious. That's why I have the new tips goal up there. You know, the first day I did the tips goal 2 days ago, we exceeded it, which is amazing. Yesterday, we did all right. I think yesterday we did about $70, which was good. You know, but I'm incredibly nervous, and it's weighing down on me. You know, last night when I was playing Smash, it kind of made me feel like shit. And I'm like, you know, this sucks. I don't want this stuff in the back of my head. I try to phase it out when I'm playing, but it's very hard, you know. So, everybody, thank you for your contributions. Thanks for all of your help. And, you know, I'm hoping to get through this tough time, and I'll have to mention this pretty soon. I guess we'll see what happens. All right? Okay, everybody. So, that's about it for me for pre-stream. I guess what we're going to do is start doing shout-outs now for people who have contributed. And then we'll get started with Grand Theft Auto. Sound good? Okay. Let's go ahead and, let's see here. Alright. So, overnight, Golden Colts did a 50-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Golden Colts. for the overnight 50-bit cheer. It's much appreciated. Of course, he used a very cute Franker Z emote, that cute little dog, Beagle. And I appreciate that. Thank you. Cookie Monster 414 has resubscribed to the channel for the 5th month in a row. Thank you, Cookie Monster, for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Take a Glow did a 200-bit cheer and says, what's next week looking like for games? Well, I just outlined that. That's pretty much what the pre-stream was. I outlined the schedule so you guys would know what to expect. So hopefully that answered your question. Take a Glow. Then he cheered again. He said, why is it a common courtesy to leave the toilet seat down? Seems dated. Well, I couldn't honestly answer that. Reason being, I'm a guy, and when I go to use the bathroom, typically, if it's number one, meaning I have to pee, I have to leave the toilet seat up, right? You don't pee into an open toilet seat. It gets everywhere. Splashes everywhere. I'm not in a situation where I have to sit down whenever I need to use the bathroom. So I could imagine if I always had to sit down when I need to use the bathroom, and someone uses the bathroom and leaves the toilet seat up, you might assume the toilet seat's down and sit right into the toilet. I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% because I've never been in that situation. I personally never sat into a toilet before. When I'm going to take a dump, I actually have to check to make sure the toilet seat's down because usually it's up at my place because I pee, But, I think it's just a thing, Women need to sit down on a toilet seat to use the bathroom, so why not? By default, just put the toilet seat down. It's not that big of a deal, right? I've pretty much gotten used to it, and I always do it, so there you go. I think it's just a common courtesy for women. I think that's why it was done like that. If you completely disagree, or you have factual evidence to the contrary, feel free to present it. I'm just speaking from personal experience and my own knowledge, okay? I'm certainly not an expert on toilet seat etiquette and why things are done certain ways. So there you go. All right. Shout out to Polish Sausage, who says, what's the most frustrated you've been with a game? The absolute most frustrated I've ever been with a game. That's a tough question. There have been many times over the years I've been very frustrated with games for various reasons. It could be I'm playing a fun, competitive fighting game online, and then the connection goes to shit, and I lose the match because of bullshit, and I lose my mind. I just absolutely lose control. It could be a game like Amy that's just so poorly designed at the get-go that the game is a horrendous fucking frustrating mess. It could be a game like the Grand Theft Auto series, where I remember when I was doing flight school in San Andreas the first time, what a fucking nightmare it was, because I was playing with super delayed controls. So, not only are you doing something that's relatively difficult, now you're doing it with half a second of delay. It took me hours and hours to beat it. So, that's a tough call. I don't know if definitively I can look over my over 10 years doing stuff for YouTube and the internet and say, oh, this was the time when it was the most rage-inducing, right? Or whatever. I think that would be more for you guys to answer. Over the years, what do you guys think would have been the thing that caused me the most rage? Was there a huge rage moment? In fact, I would even say that would be a good thing to nominate for the retrospective event, right? To watch me ultimate raging at something. I think that would be a pretty good thing to nominate. So, I guess we'll see, Let's see. But, for me, off the top of my head, I can't really say that much, okay? All right. So, continuing on. My laptop will work. Take a Glow cheered again. Said, I think it'd be a big mistake if you miss out on Ace Combat 7. There's a lot of fans of it. Way more than the other game that's out that day. Yeah, ultimately, if you guys wanted to see one over the other, I would definitely go for that. I don't even know if I'm playing either. Like I said, right now, everyone knows Grand Theft Auto is a long game. We're talking at least 20 to 30 hours minimum. And then I've got to finish up Final Fantasy IV, and then we've got all the other ongoing stuff that I'm doing. So with all of that, would I really have time to play Ace Combat 7 while I'm still doing all that, plus Ask the King, plus the retrospective event, all before Resident Evil 2 comes out? I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. So we're going to have to play it by ear this next coming week and see how things go. And based off how those things go, make a determination. Okay? So let's see. Let's see how things go. No 9 to 5 Gaming tipped me $2. Excuse me. Thank you very much, No 9 to 5 Gaming. You're the first tip of the day. He says, I don't know what you had scheduled for March, but you no longer have to pick up Jump Force over Dead or Alive 6 in February because Dead or Alive has now been delayed to March. Huh. Oh, yeah? That's interesting. I'm actually curious why. And the reason I say that is it's very rare when you have a fighting game, okay, that is delayed like that. In fact, I'm going to be honest, that actually makes me very nervous about the game. What the hell is it about Dead or Alive 6 that they felt was not finished or not performing well enough that they felt the need to delay the game, you know, by like a month? That's honestly not a very good sign when it comes to a fighting game. So maybe the netcode wasn't working? I mean, huh. You know, I don't know. That's, you know, a little worried. You know, I don't know. So, I guess, we'll see. We'll see. Will I be, hold on a second here. I didn't censor that. Will I be playing Dead or Alive 6? I don't know. I can tell you right now, I'm definitely playing, Jump Force. So I guess what we'll do is we'll play it by ear. We'll see come early March or whenever, whenever Dead or Alive 6 actually does come out. We'll see, you know, what else is going on at that time. And if it makes sense, then maybe I'll play it. But if not, you know, if I'm in the midst of other stuff, or if there's really no hype for it or no demand for it, then probably I won't play it, all right? We'll see. It's actually funny because Dead or Alive 5 pretty much had the most DLC of any game I've ever seen in my life. Like, every single time I was searching PlayStation Network for new releases, I swear to God, every week, Dead or Alive 5 would have a new DLC, and it was always something stupid, you know? A new costume, a new accessory, a new this, a new that. Like, damn, how much did they nickel and dime their customer base when it came to crappy add-on downloadable content for that game? You know what I mean? I guess we'll see. All right. Mr. Shahath cheered. He says, if we keep seeing low contributions during Grand Theft Auto, can we see Dark Souls Remastered instead? No. I have no time to play Dark Souls Remastered right now. Don't worry. It's not like I'm never going to play it. I'm sure eventually I will. But, you know, Sekiro's right around the corner in March. That is the new game from Software. And overwhelmingly, people seem to be leaning towards Grand Theft Auto when it came to what I should be playing this week. That's why we're doing it. So, no Dark Souls anytime soon. Okay? And K-Dog cheered. He said, OMG, he's come back to play GTA 3 after 7 years. This will be good. Yeah, at least yesterday. Yesterday was interesting. You know, with the mix of how I did. Like I said, some stuff I know for a fact I did better than the original playthrough. Just because last year I played both, you know, Vice City and San Andreas, I was kind of in the mindset of GTA, remembering how to play classic GTA, and I was doing a lot better than I typically had done in the original playthrough. Then I got to the bank heist, and all that was thrown right out the window. I just fail. So, this really is an interesting mix of, you know, gee, how's Phil improved over the years versus, wow, Phil really didn't improve at all on here, right? So, we shall see how things continue to go. All right. All right, everyone. Oh, hold on. Ace just cheered. He said, what's your prediction for the ending of Clementine's story in The Walking Dead? I don't have one. At this point, I just don't. I'm not the kind of person who's going to sit here and predict, you know, something like that. This is a story we've been waiting for the conclusion for so many years, and now we've been through so much drama. We've been through the ringer when it comes to The Walking Dead this last year. I don't even really want to speculate. I don't. I just want to ride the whatever they've made, whatever they've chosen. I just want to ride it. I just want to see it out to the end, however long it takes for them to finish it, and just enjoy it for what it is, and not to think too deep into it. I hate to say that, but The Walking Dead almost didn't even have an ending at one point, So I guess we'll see. Okay. All right. So that's really it for pre-stream, guys. It's a quick one, right? Like I said, I don't really have much to talk about today. We could jump right into Grand Theft Auto, I guess. What I will say one final time, again, if you really want to help me out the most today, please tip me. I really need the help right now. Again, I have 6 days to wait till I get paid by Twitch, and I just deposited all the tips you guys have given me over the last week into the bank account. I hope that's enough to carry me, I guess we'll find out. But, any contributions you give right now are going to help me out tremendously. And I am hoping to at least get close to this tips goal. We'll see. Okay? All right. Now I just got a couple tips. I got someone named Peter who just tipped me $1. Who says basically they've been a fan since 2014, only ever watched YouTube videos. This is their first time donating and they're trying to help. So thank you very much, Peter, for the $1 tip. And then No 9 to 5 Gaming gave me another $2 tip. Said, I honestly think it's more of a strategic move to not compete with Jump Force with the same release dates. I doubt it's about the game being in a bad state. Oh, okay. If that is the case, if Dead or Alive 6 realized, oh crap, Jump Force really is looking good, and it's a game that a lot of anime fans are going to buy, and if we release the same day as them, we're probably going to get cannibalized, then I actually agree with that. I think that makes a lot of sense. There's way too many games coming out in February as it is. On that one day, you got Metro Exodus, Crackdown 3, Jump Force. I think, isn't The Division 2 that day too? I could be wrong. No, Division 2 is in March. That's right. But I think there's still like two other games that day too that are coming out. So you're talking like in one day, 5 fucking games. Of course, the games are going to cannibalize each other. And they're not going to do as well sales-wise as if they had just been the only game coming out that day. So if that really is the case, then I actually agree with the decision. I think it makes a lot of sense to delay the release of Dead or Alive 6. If that's the case, if they're not doing it because they need to fix something or whatever, that's probably a good business decision. All right. So thanks, everyone, for your contributions. Appreciate it. And I think we're going to start now. GTA 3, okay? All right. Thanks, everyone, and let's begin.